Hey guys, it's Sukino here. Welcome to another Division build video. This build, I call it the Immortal build. This build will give you an insane amount of utility and survivability. It's a PvP build. It shines more in PvE, but it's very viable in PvP as well. You will be able to survive in 2v1 fights if you know how to move and if you know how to use your heals correctly. So without further ado, let's go for the Immortal build. Starting with the gear pieces, I'm using a 4-piece Nomad with a specialized backpack and a refreshed mask. This setup can be quite flexible. You can go with a refreshed nimble, you can go with specialized nimble, but refreshed and like you can go with any two combos, either refreshed specialized, refreshed nimble, specialized nimble, specialized refreshed, whatever you like. But the good thing is you will see that in the tips and tricks part of the video, and it's the most important part of the video. So you will see that if you combine refreshed and specialized with that much skill power, it will give you a full heal, like the good old heals in 1.3 and 1.2. In case you didn't know what does Nomad gear set do, the 2-piece gives you 15% health on kill, the 3-piece gives you the Nomad Resolve. The Nomad Resolve is basically when you take damage and you lost, for example, 2 health bars, like these ones, you lost 2 health bars. The Nomad's Resolve, with any other build other than a Nomad, you will regenerate part by part. To enter the regeneration phase in the second segment, you need to use a heal or a medkit. With Nomad Resolve, when you are out of combat, you will heal the 3 bars as if they are 1 bar. You will have your health back regenerated to its full health, if you know what that means. And the 4-piece gives you the pass of the Nomad, which is every 4 minutes, if you received fatal damage, you're gonna get your health back. So every 4 minutes, if someone killed you, you're gonna get your health back immediately, which is actually very convenient for this build. Let's start with the chest piece. I have a Nomad chest piece with 1988 armor. The maximum value on the chest piece, on any chest piece, can be 2003, 1226 stamina, health on kill, health, and the ammo capacity. The backpack, I have a specialized backpack with 1329 armor. The maximum armor value is 1334 with stamina, skill power, and ammo capacity. On the mask, I have a 992 armor refreshed mask. The maximum armor you can get on a mask is 1001, rolled on firearms with skill power and disorient resistance. Burn resistance in the minor attribute will be better for the sake of PvP. On the gloves, I have a glove with 982 armor. Maximum armor roll on the gloves is 1001. Rolled on firearms with crit chance, health on kill, and critical hit damage. On the knee pad, I have a knee pad with 1535 armor. The maximum armor you can get on a knee pad is 1668. Rolled on firearms with health. Minor attributes are shock resistance, blind and deaf resistance, damage to elite. Shock resistance is very good for PvP against shock turrets. You might need burn resistance instead of the blind, deaf, or damage to elites for PvP. If you're gonna use it for PvE, keep the damage to elites. You may even eat some increased, like you can have increased kill XP, damage to elites, and any other talent you want. But you need burn resistance and shock resistance if you are planning to use this build for PvP. On the holster, I have 993 armor. The maximum is 1001 and it's rolled on health. You have to roll health on the holster because this build is about survivability, not putting damage. This build is about how to survive with it. You should be able to be very sustainable and you should survive, so do not go for damage major attributes. Go only for toughness and for health. Gear mods, I'm using 2 firearm mods on the chest piece with firearm and health, and I'm using 3 stamina mods with stamina and health, 1 on the backpack, 1 on the mask, and 1 on the knee pad. My performance mods are 6% first aid self-heal performance mod, 2 on the backpack, 1 on the knee pad, and 1 on the holster. Weapons I'm using an assault rifle and an SMG. The assault rifle is a warlord. A warlord with 22.6k base damage, which is actually high, and with 23 enemy ammo damage, and that's the maximum value of enemy ammo damage you can get on any assault rifle. The talents are responsive, unforgiving, and play rough. Play rough actually is a very good talent. When you are shooting, you're gonna decrease your damage intake by 20%. Like you will have, basically, to put it simple, you will have 20% more toughness. Yeah, but when you stop shooting, you're gonna take that damage back. So for some people, this talent may seem to be bad or not good. Not with this build, because on this build you will only get the toughness, but you will not get the damage taken. How is that possible? If you open my character sheet, right here you can find my health on kill is 20%. So basically, let's say that you are in a 1v1 situation and you are shooting with your warlord. Yeah, and you downed someone. You're gonna get the damage. As soon as you finish him, you're gonna get your health back. So this actually, you cancelled it by the health on kill rolls on your gear and the 2-piece Nomad. That's the idea of having a warlord. You're gonna get additional toughness, more survivability, and an insane damage, because the base damage of it is really high, 22.6. So you're gonna have damage, toughness, and survivability. So playing rough works really well with the Nomad if you geared your gear towards health on kill. That's why I put health on kill on my gear. So to cancel the negative part of the playing rough talent and to keep only the positive one. For my secondary, you might say, why are you using Burstfire MP5? I'm using a Burstfire MP5 because I'm not running a damage dealing build. Like, I'm not running Alpha Bridge or an exotic high end. I'm not running a Banshee. I'm running a build that improves survivability, but it has nothing to do with damage. So with the Burstfire MP5 E4, your damage will be scaled up to 20k. Like, for example, if you went to an Oak, okay, the Oak will have 18.7k damage. So to compensate that lack of damage output, I use Burstfire weapons. Regarding this Burstfire weapon, it has deadly, responsive, and unforgiving. Do not underestimate Burstfire weapons. Burstfire weapons hit like a truck. They hit like a truck. They are very powerful. You need to spam the fire button to use it appropriately. But Burstfire weapons are very good, especially with builds that do not promote damage, like this one. So that's why I'm using a Burstfire MP5. If you don't find it useful, you can go to a normal SMG, but I prefer the Burstfire MP5, and it's very effective, and you will see that in the gameplay. How do I mod my weapons? I mod my Warlord towards headshot damage, a VX1 scope with headshot damage, crit chance, crit damage, a small grip with crit damage, stability, accuracy, and a magazine with magazine size, crit chance, and rate of fire, and an Omega rifle suppressor with headshot damage, crit hit damage, and crit hit chance. How do I mod my Burstfire MP5 towards critical hit damage? I have an optic with pro red dot sight, small grip with crit damage, accuracy, stability, a loud vent break with crit damage, headshot damage, crit chance, and a magazine with magazine size, critical hit damage, and rate of fire. My secondary, as usual, is a 90 CR with expert and harmful, and I modded towards stability as it has a very bad recoil. Skills I'm using Conceal Pulse to negate other pulses, and for more damage output you can go with Immunizer if you want, because when you destroy your own Immunizer you're gonna get an overheal. If you pop that in the last segment of health, you're gonna proc the refresh talent and it's gonna heal you more than it should be. For the heal, which is actually a very important portion of the build, you have to use an overdose, not a booster shot. Let me tell you why. You can see my health right here. Normally when you heal, you get half a segment or a full segment. With this build, you're gonna get all of your health back as long as you heal in the last segment of your health. So, for example, let's see here. I saw a grenade on myself. I saw another grenade on myself. I'm the last segment, I popped a heal, I got all my health back. How did that happen? That happened because I have a specialized... wait. That happened because I have a specialized with skill power and I have a refreshed mask with skill power. The refreshed mask improve healing by 30%. So 30% improved healing. Skill power 130k, that's not little. So if you're gonna add all that in the last segment of health, because only refresh gets procced in the last segment of health, as you can see. So basically, if you popped your heal in the last segment of health, you're gonna receive your full health. There's another trick you can do. You can use canned food and improve your healing effect by 40%. So you're gonna have 30 from refreshed and 40 from the canned food, that's 70%. You're gonna end up with an overheal. Plus, keep in mind that if you died every 4 minutes, you're gonna get all of your health back. So combine that with the amount of healing I'm doing, you will be almost unkillable. You will be almost unkillable as long as you know how to strafe and how to move and when to shoot and when not to shoot. This build is not about increasing your damage, out damaging your opponent. This build is not like I can do more damage than my opponent. No, this build is about absorbing as much damage as you can, and you keep sustained burst damage to take your opponent down. You have to play smart with this build. Let him shoot you, heal yourself, keep shooting him. He will lose health. When he tries to heal, his heal is nothing compared to your heal. So you will be able to take him down. You understand? That's the idea of the build. That's how you survive. You will see in the gameplay how it works. It's very effective, but it shines more in PvE. Because the amount of health on kill, you almost get a bar of your health every time you kill anyone. And keep in mind, if you are in a PvP situation and you outclassed him and there is another guy, it's a 2v1, when you finish him off, you're gonna get all of your health back because of the health on kill. As you will see in the gameplay. Talents, I'm using critical save for more toughness and survivability. Same, I'm using on the move, and I'm using precision for the additional base value of the pulse, the crit chance and crit damage. If you don't know what that means, if you watched any of my other previous videos, you will know what that exactly means. I explained it in every other video. And I'm using combat medic if I am playing with a team, and I change it to strike back if I'm solo. You can remove precision for strike back, so you can have critical save, combat medic, strike back, and on the move. If you're gonna play with this build by a nimble holster, change the on the move or change precision and the combat medic to evasive action and tactical advance if you're gonna use a nimble with this build. Tips and tricks about this build. This build, if you wanna fast tank someone with this build, you have to fast tank him with a warlord, not your burst fire MP5. Face tank him with a warlord. The warlord is a beast. It hits like a truck. You will not be able to receive any damage because of playing rough. You will receive a little bit of damage, and when you kill him and finish him off, when you bash him, you're gonna get all of your health back that you will lose from playing rough talent as you have health on kill. When to use a burst fire MP5? You can use a burst fire MP5 when you wanna get your health back. If you found an NPC, shoot him, it's gonna give you almost all of your health back. If you want, if someone is strafing and you don't want, and the rate of fire of the warlord is actually quite slow, you can switch to burst fire MP5, but as soon as he stops and he starts shooting, switch immediately to your warlord. That's number one. Number two, almost always, all the time, do not use your heal unless you are in the last segment of your health to trigger refreshed. That's the core of the build. That is the core of the build. Do not spam your heals. You can use an immunizer, and even when you're gonna blow your own immunizer, blow it in the last segment of health. Okay, this build can easily take down, if you can take down agents in a, you can, if you are good with it, and you know how to use it properly, you can win in a 1v3 situations. Easy. Yeah, because you will have an enormous amount of utility and survivability with this build. Well guys, that was about the build. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the idea. I hope you liked the idea of how to cancel the negative part of the playing graph by health on kill. And any suggestions, feedbacks, requests. If you want me to make any other builds, the comment section is down below, and if you like the video, press like and subscribe, and as I always say, see ya in DZ. Bye bye.